Good morning, fam. Rick Aduzel here with another episode of the Best Ball Playbook. Today, I want to talk about reviewing your drafts, why it's important, how you can do it. I want to talk about that 6-7 spot in round one, the spot where you're looking at Jonathan Taylor and Christian McCaffrey. What do you do? And I want to talk about RB starts right now and why they can actually be kind of fruitful before June 1st. So, with that, I want to show you what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the Spike Week Draft Hacker and Draft IQ. So Spike Week, for $200 a year, you get a database. You can review your drafts. You can review your opponent's drafts. You can review your exposures, your combos. You can literally spend hundreds of hours in here. It's $200. They have an overlay. They have a draft optimizer that you can customize to fit your rules, not the rules they give you. Cheapest in the business, best in the business, and you get access to the Spike Week Discord with that $200 a year, or for $5 a month, you get the lab with Eric Byam for answering your questions, just talking ball, chopping it up Wednesday nights. You get access to all the Discords. I've seen a lot of them, guys. Spike Week is productive. It's iron sharpens iron. It's constructive criticism. It's not toxic. People are not throwing random shit against the wall and trying to make fun of you. But with that, go get Spike Week. But let's jump into some draft reviews. So, at that 6-7 spot, we are looking at Jonathan Taylor, Christian McCaffrey. Now, why should we review drafts? Because how do my teams turn out with Jonathan Taylor or Christian McCaffrey? How do they turn out, say, if you want to pull Amon-Ra St. Brown, CeeDee Lamb, or Justin Jefferson up? Now, why I mentioned that second part is because these six wide receivers, Jamar Chase, Puka, JSN, Amon-Ra, CeeDee, Justin Jefferson, they're a tier above the next wide receivers, Drake London, Rashee Rice, not anymore, Malik Neighbors, George Pickens, Nico Collins. So you really can't replace the production you get from these six wide receivers. So if you want to pull Amon-Ra, CeeDee, or Justin Jefferson up instead of taking Jonathan Taylor or CMC, go for it. You're going to come back. You'll probably see Chase Brown, Derrick Henry, Hampton, maybe even Kenneth Walker sometimes coming back, falling back to you. And then the third round, you're lined up perfectly for Breece Hall, Travis Etienne, Josh Jacobs sometimes falls. Kyron, you can even pull up Javonte if you want to. They're all in the same tier for me. And the fourth round, you're looking at Cam Scatterbo, a falling Bucky right now in the news. And so you can really make up running back early if you want to pull those wide receivers up. So let's review some of these drafts that I have with Jonathan Taylor or CMC. I'm going to go to player combos. I'm going to type in Jonathan. I'm going to go to Jonathan Taylor. Let's see if I like these drafts or if I want to pull up some wide receivers. We're going to go to lineups to see our lineups with Jonathan Taylor. So out of the puppy, I have 130 teams. 9 of them are Jonathan Taylor. Let's look at one that's just starting out right now. Jonathan Taylor, Drake London, A.J. Brown, Mekhi Lemon. So I'm playing both sides of the A.J. Brown getting traded here for upside. Bucky Irving, DeAndre Swift. I don't really mind my wide receivers there. That's pretty good. Jonathan Taylor at 6. That's totally fine. Oof. Here's one that I don't love. Jonathan Taylor, Travis Etienne, Rashee Rice, Mike Evans, Devontae Adams. So many olds. Let's look at another one that I don't really love right now. Jonathan Taylor, Josh Jacobs, Quinshon Judkins, Rashee Rice, Garrett Wilson. Oh, boy. Jonathan Taylor, Javonte Williams, Drake London, T. Higgins. Okay, so kind of what we're learning from reviewing drafts is maybe I don't always love my Jonathan Taylor starts. Let's look at CMC. Let's look at Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey, Breece Hall, Quinshon Judkins, Tony Paul. Oh, yep, don't like it. Rashee Rice is my wide receiver 1. I'm behind at wide receiver here. Don't love how the draft's falling me. Christian McCaffrey, Amarian Hampton, A.J. Brown, Lab McConkey. Not bad. Ooh, A.J. Brown 32. That's nice. Christian McCaffrey, Chase Brown, T. Higgins, Mike Evans, James Williams. Not bad. I don't know what I'm doing here. Lamar Jackson, Jane Daniels, Justin Herbert. I think this is probably I got some picks autoed on this one. Brock Purdy, Jaden Daniels, Christian McCaffrey, Rashad White, Lad McConkey. Yeah, it's fine, but I think you can get yourself into some trouble just because what I said was when you're picking that running back in that spot, you're often seeing a lot of running backs later. CMC, Chase Brown, Travis Etienne, And then the first wide receiver looking at ADP is Luther Burden in the fourth round. Do you really want to start with your wide receiver one in the fourth round in an unproven asset, Luther Burden? I'm not absolutely sure. So you can see I'm often tacking on Drake London, reaching a little bit. That's why I reached Rashee Rice. A.J. Brown's falling a little bit. Mike Evans, Lad McConkey. I'm trying to make up for my CMC starts. So instead of that, maybe consider going C.D. Lamb or Justin Jefferson or Amon-Ra St. Brown in that spot and seeing how you like your drafts. The other thing I want to talk about on this draft board is when you're drafting near these edges here, right? When you're at pick 11, pick 12, everyone's gone. C.D. Lamb, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Christian McCaffrey's gone. Honestly, if one of these guys falls there, click them. It's a good value. But say you're starting Ashton Genty, Devon A-Chain, or James Cook, Saquon Barkley, or Ashton Genty, Saquon Barkley, which is my favorite pairing there. You come back around in the third round, you're looking at Tet, T. Higgins, both upside guys. T obviously does really well when Jamar Chase is out, condensed target share in Cincinnati. Can you name their wide receiver three? Does it really matter? I don't know. Tet really heated up down the stretch last year with Bryce Young. Helped Sam Sherman win $2 million. At least Bryce Young did. And then what I really like here is you have some upside bets. Everyone loves that Saints offense, especially with the easy schedule that came out. Chris Olave, Devonta Smith. Why do I like Devonta Smith? Well, why is he still going here? This is pick 29. If A.J. Brown gets traded, he's got like 90% to get traded on Kalshi right now. Whether he goes to the Rams or the Patriots or somewhere else, it doesn't matter. Devonta Smith's going to rock it up in ADP. We know the market double counts these pieces of news, even though we've known this for months. It's May 21st. You got 10, 11 days until that news really hits. Devonta Smith's going to move up here. Probably, sorry, we're going around this way. He's at 32. He's going to move probably past Malik Neighbors and Rashee Rice with that news. He'll probably be around Drake London, at least at George Pickens, Nico Collins area. So when you start running back, you have options like Devonta Smith, who can come back to you. You have options like Tet and T, who are there for you. You can pull up players like Zay Flowers if you get T. They have that Week 17 matchup. Garrett Wilson is the number one option on that Jets offense, who's got a lot of speed this year. Same thing, Lad McConkey. He plays in two wide receiver sets. Even Luther Burden, I don't mind it as your wide receiver too. But you're really strong at running back, and then you get players like Jordan Tyson and Carnell Tate later in the sixth round that kind of line up with you. You get Jordan Addison. Sometimes Jaden Reed will get back to you. Upside plays. Michael Pittman now with Aaron Rodgers there, throwing him these small check downs, low A-dot looks. He should be a PPR monster. Xavier Worthy goes up on the news. So you look at the right side of the board, you can really recover from this running back start and still feel good about your wide receivers while having that second RB spot beat your opponents. So to review, what did we talk about today? We talked about reviewing our drafts. That's so important. And especially reviewing your slow drafts in progress, because these things last for 2 weeks. You can kind of forget the plot. But with the draft week, with the spike week overlay, they actually allow you to take notes on your draft that stay there. You don't have to name your drafts and figure out changing the names as you add players. You just type in some notes while you're drafting your slow draft. You can refer back to it later. Review your drafts. You'll become a better drafter. You'll see what you like, and you'll be able to adjust your preferences accordingly. Number two, if you don't love Jonathan Taylor, Christian McCaffrey, I don't blame you. The runouts for them, as you can see on the board, aren't great. You're obviously sometimes starting there makes you and forces you into a robust running back start. If you don't like that, maybe pull up Amon-Ra St. Brown, CeeDee Lamb, or Justin Jefferson. When you do that, you differentiate your lineup from the field, and you get some nice runouts because you're going to get those running backs in later rounds. So with that, this is another episode of the Best Ball Playbook. We will have Land the Plane Fridays to help you draft going into the weekend. Tomorrow, look out for all my content on So You Think You Can Tout. Listen, that's an entertainment show. It's not purely informative. If you want to get the alpha in 10 minutes or less, the Best Ball Playbook is where you get it. Thanks, fam. Peace out. I'll see you next time. Next time being quite literally tomorrow.